Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I'm going to show you a pick 4 rundown that I've been tracking over the last week, and this rundown seems to be working very well for the end of July and the beginning of August here. So I wanted to go ahead and share it with you, let you see the rundown, give you an example of a couple of states where I'm tracking this and seeing it working, so you can go ahead and start playing this in your state and hopefully it'll start winning for you as well. So as I said, I'm going to show you two examples of two different states where it's working. I have been tracking other states and it's been working in those states as well. But we're going to go ahead and start with our first state, and the first state is Ohio. And the way this rundown has been working, it's actually the +2, +4, +6 rundown, and we've used this rundown before, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this again. And I've actually been tracking this starting with a drawing that happened in the midday. In both states, the drawing happened in the midday on 7/25. That's the base date that I've been using. But it's actually been working in both the midday and the evening drawings. We've been getting hits in both of them. So this is one of those rundowns. Normally I only do a rundown where I stick to the midday or I stick to the evening. But with this rundown, I highly recommend trying it with both the midday and the evening. Or if you have more than just that in your state, go ahead and try it with the other drawings as well, because it certainly is working for the states that I'm tracking. So this is for both the midday and the evening. As I said, we just need the one number to start for this one, and the number that we're starting with is from 7/25 in the midday drawing, and in Ohio that was a 9170. Now to do this rundown, what we do is we take that 9170 and put it in the left hand column like so, and then we do exactly what the name of it says. In the first column we add 2, then we add a 4, and then we add a 6 in the last column. So the way in which we do this, we take this this number 9. In this first column we're going to add 2 to it, so 9 plus 2 is 11, but we just need the 1 from that. Then in the next column we add 4 to it, so 9 plus 4 is 13, so we'll take the 3 from that. And then finally 9 plus 6 is 15, so we'll take the 5 from that. We move down to the next line, do exactly the same again on this line. 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 1 plus 6 is 7. Next line down, same again, so 2 plus 7 is 9, 4 plus 7 is 11, so we'll take the 1 from that, and 4 plus 6 is 13, so we'll take the 3 from that. And then on the last line it's very simple, because we're starting with 0, 0 plus 2 is 2, plus 0 plus 4 is 4, and 0 plus 6 is 6. So there's our base grid. Now for this particular rundown, in the states I've been tracking, I've been using the flip numbers, and it's the flip numbers that have actually been working well. You're more than welcome to try the mirror number as well, but I've been tracking with the flip numbers, and that's where I've been seeing the hits between the base grid and the translated grid. If you don't know what the mirror numbers and flip numbers are, or you want to do this rundown yourself, you can get them on this Pick 4 Rundown worksheet. This is completely for free for download from lotterypredictor.com. It's in the resources section. There is a link down below in the description. You can print out the blank worksheet. It's got the mirror numbers and the flip numbers. You can do your own rundowns, do your own backtracking. Highly recommend getting these. And there's also lots of other resources in the download section, completely free for you to go ahead and grab. Highly recommend checking it out. Alright, so to get the flip numbers, what we do is we take each number from the box, look up the corresponding flip number, and fill it in the translated grid. So we'll start with the 9 in the top left. Flip number of 9 is 2, so we'll put the 2 there. Then we'll take the 1, the flip number of 1 is 4, so we'll put the 4 there. Flip number of 3 is 6, put a 6 there. And finally flip number of 5 is 8, take an 8 there. And then we're just going to keep going down, taking each of these numbers, filling in the flip numbers for it, and I'll do this quickly. So we've got a 4, 6, an 8, and a 0. And hopefully I won't make any mistakes, and as I've said in previous videos, do tend to make mistakes. Hopefully I won't make mistakes, but I know you guys will point it out if I do, and please definitely let me know in the comments if I do make mistakes, because as I said, that's how I know you guys are paying attention. Not that I'm deliberately going to throw in any mistakes just to catch you all, because that's not really a smart thing for me to do, but I don't mind when you call out my mistakes, because it does show that you guys are watching these and appreciating these, so I see it as a compliment. Alright, so there we go. There we have our translated grid. That's using our mirror numbers. So let me go ahead and walk through the Ohio lottery results for the last week and show you where they've been hitting. And in Ohio, we've actually been seeing really impressive numbers. Out of the drawings that have been happening, in the midday, we've seen 5 hits in the last 8 days for this grid. and we've seen 4 hits in the last 7 days from this grid. So a total of 9 hits in the last 8 days from just this rundown, which is pretty impressive if you ask me, getting that many hits out of a single rundown in just 1 week. But let me go ahead and walk you through where those are. So we'll start with the midday on the 726. That's where we saw our first hit, and on 726 the result was a 6444. Now I really like this because we actually get this is a 444 in here, and in our grid we actually went ahead and we actually had that in our grid. So if we look at the translated grid here, we've got 6444 right here, these 4 numbers here. And for those of you that have seen my videos before, for it to be a qualified hit off of these grids, the numbers all have to be connecting. I can't say, you know, a 4 here, a 4 here, a 6 here, and a 4 here. They all have to connect in some way. So that's what we see here, 4464. That's the box number of this 6444. So that was our first hit. Then again in the evening, we had on 726 in the evening, the result was a 1536. And if we go ahead and look on our base grid, we're looking for a 1536, and we actually see it here, 1536 right there. We actually see it here as well, and we actually see it here as well. So it's actually showing up multiple times on this grid. And as you know, I say if I see a number showing up multiple times on the grid, probably a good sign that this number might come up again in the next couple of weeks. So that's one to keep an eye on. Alright, moving on next in the midday. On 728, we had a 6273 was the result. Go ahead and look on our translated grid. We're looking for a 6273, and we actually have that as a zigzag right here, 3276. That's a 6273 as a box number right there. We also had it again here, which is interesting. So that's definitely another number to look out for. Moving on again in the midday on 730, we had a 5093 as a result. And then once again, coming over to our base grid here, we're looking for a 5093. We have that right here, 5390, 5930. That was a box number right there that we had. Also actually had it right here, 3590. So once again, numbers are showing up multiple times in these grids for the results in the Ohio. So this is definitely a hot grid, one to definitely start paying attention to for the next couple of weeks, I would say. Then in the evening, we had on the 730 again, so same day, we had a 2453 as a result. And we go ahead and look on our base grid, we're looking for the 2453 as a result, and we have that here, 2435, so that box number right there for that result. Then again in the evening on I believe it was 731, we actually had a 9502 as a result. And looking on the base grid again, we're looking for a 9502, and we actually have that here. So we have a 0295 right here. So big concentration down in this bottom right hand corner, but that was our box number from the evening of 7-3. Then moving into August on 8-1 in the midday, and this is another nice number here. We had a 3373. So another triple. We start off with a triple of 6444, and then we had a 3373. And if we look on our base grid, we actually have that right here, 3373 right there. That was those triples coming up. So we actually had 2 hits out of this rundown, which were triples. So I'm really impressed with how we actually have Ohio coming along here. Alright, now on 8-1 in the evening, we had a 2800. Go ahead and look on our translated grid, and we actually have that right here, 0280. There's the box number right there on the translated grid. And then finally, our last hit we went ahead and we had on 8-2 in the midday. So that was actually today midday. We actually had a 2-6-5-3. Go ahead and look in our translated grid. We're looking for the 2-6-5-3, and it's right here, 3-5-2-6. So we got that number right there. So there we go. There are 9 numbers then in just the last week alone that came out in the Ohio lottery, and a couple of really interesting ones. You know, we had the triples here, a couple of triples that showed up, and we also had a couple of numbers where we had multiple hits on each of the grids there. So Ohio, this is a really hot one for Ohio. Definitely worth paying attention to if you're in Ohio. Let's go ahead and jump into our next state, and the next state that I want to show you the examples in is Indiana. And same again, I was actually tracking both the midday and the evening, and it's working in both midday and evening in Indiana as well. Starting with the same base state, 725. So I'll go ahead and do the rundown again for you to show you the rundowns, and then I'll show you the winning numbers. And as I said, I'm only showing you Ohio and Indiana. This has been working in other states, so definitely try this in your state. Leave me a comment below if you see it hidden in your states, and definitely leave me a thumbs up if it is, if you like these kinds of rundowns. So the result on 725 in Indiana was an 8-2-5-4. So to do this rundown, we put the 8-2-5-4 in the left-hand column of our base grid, and then we're going to do that +2, +4, +6. So 8 plus 2 is 0, 8 plus 4 is 12, so we'll take the 2 from that. 8 plus 6 is 14, so we'll take the 4 from that. We go ahead and take the 2, do the same thing again on this line. 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 4 is 6, and 2 plus 6 is 8. Then on the next line, 5 plus 2 is 7, 5 plus 4 is 9, 5 plus 6 is 11, so we'll take the 1 from that. And then finally on the last line, 4 plus 2 is 6, 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 plus 6 is 10, so we'll take the 0 from that. Then same as we did for Ohio, we're going to go ahead and use our flip numbers for those. As I said, try these with mirror numbers if you don't see the flip numbers working in your state, but I've been tracking the flip numbers, and it seems to be fairly consistent throughout the states that the flip numbers are working with this rundown. So we'll take the 8, look up the flip number, which is a 1, put the 1 in there. Flip number of 0 is 3, flip number of 2 is 5, flip number of 4 is 7. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly fill all of these in here, just to speed things along a bit, so you don't have to listen to me droning on about the numbers all the time. There we go, and I believe that is right, like so. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into where we started to see our results out of this. So we go ahead and we'll start off with our first result here, and it actually came out same again, same as we had in the Ohio. It was actually the 726 in the midday, and our result was a 5923. And if we go ahead and look on our translated grid, we're looking for the 5923, and we actually see that right here, 3592. We actually see it here as well, so this is another one that showed up twice, so definitely worth paying attention to that, but this is where we see it first here. Then on 726 again, this time in the evening, the result was a 2714. And we're going to go ahead and look on our translated grid again. We're looking for a 2714, and that's actually again right here, 2417. So another box number right here. So first day out doing this rundown, we had a hit both in the evening and the midday from our translated grid. So following on from that, the very next day, 727 in the midday. The result was a 0682. So we go ahead and look on our base grid this time. We're looking for a 0682, and we've actually got that right here. So 0268 right here. So this was our box hit for that right there. We actually have the same also in this pattern here. So this one actually showed up twice as well on our base grid, so definitely worth paying attention to. Then we went ahead and had 7:27 in the evening. So now we're running to four in a row. We had 5731 was our result. So coming over to our translated grid, we had that 5731 right here in that top corner. This top four box here was a straight 5731 right there. So not stopping at 4 in a row, we actually went ahead on the midday 7:28. We had the result of a 7012. Go ahead and look on our translated grid again, and this is a fairly hot translated grid. This is where we're actually seeing a lot of the hits out of the Indiana ones. 7012 right there. So that was our result there. So that's 5 in a row. But not to be outdone, we didn't want to stop there. Went ahead and on 7:29 in the evening, the result was a 2978. And once again, we're going to turn to our translated grid looking for a 2978, and we have that number right here, 2978. So that number here. So our translated grid getting pretty fair workout, getting pretty we're only actually missing 2 numbers from there. We'd have almost a bingo on that one. So there we go. That was, so just out of this rundown alone, in 3 days, 6 hits. Every single drawing in Indiana was a hit off of these. Starts to slow down a little bit after that, but it's still a hot grid. So our next one was in the evening of 7:29. The result was a 2978. Sorry, we just did 7:29. Sorry, my mistake. A 7:30 rather. We went ahead and we had a 0798 as our result. Sorry, 0789 as our result. Once again, we're turning to our translated grid looking for the 0789, and it was actually this box right here. So we had the top left box and the bottom right box. So it might be one to pay attention to play the right hand side boxes as well on our translated grid. So we had a 8790, and that's what showed up right there. And then once again on our 81, we went ahead and we had the result of a 6424. And we'll go ahead and look for our base grid. We actually had this show up on our base grid, a 6424, which actually shows up right here as a box number, like so. And I did notice I just did miss one out. I was going along here and I did the 7:29 in the evening rather than the 7:28 in the evening. So let me just do that one real quick as well, because I talked about it. So 7:28 in the evening, our result was a 1604, and that was in our base grid as well. We had a 1604, and that was actually right here, 4610 right there. So just to correct things, because I did skip ahead one, but now we have all 9 of them listed here, and we have all of our 6 consecutive ones right here. So that was the base grid there. So there we go. So definitely a very, very hot set of grids for Indiana and for Ohio. We're seeing some really interesting number patterns coming out, seeing a lot of great hits coming out of the translated grid for Indiana, seeing a lot of great hits coming out of both of them for Ohio. Highly recommend you start playing these ones in your state. As I said, definitely give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Give me a comment down below if you see it working in your state. And I'll be back with more of these kind of rundowns later on this month as I keep tracking all the different states and all the different rundowns. You know, as soon as I see some stuff hitting, I'll definitely let you guys know. That's it for now. Good luck, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.